So the weekend just been, me and my husband purchased a new vehicle. We've always wanted something that was just a lot bigger, a lot safer, and having 3 children, we just really wanted more room. So we have gone and bought the Mitsubishi Outlander 2005 model SUV. And I thought that I would just quickly give you a quick car tour. Anyone that's looking for a car like this, I'll show you guys kind of what it features and what it looks like on the inside and the outside and all that kind of thing. And I thought I'd just show you guys our new vehicle. So first of all, the reason we bought this car is when we went to look at new cars, we didn't actually know what we wanted. And this was the second model that we looked at, and once we test drove it, we just didn't look any further. We loved it. It's so quiet on the road, you can't feel many bumps, you know, it's quite a smooth driving vehicle, and we absolutely loved it. So we decided not to look any further. So there could be better cars out there, I'm sure there is, but for us, how we felt, for our family, we felt that this was the best car. We didn't go brand new, obviously, you know, new vehicles these days, money, but when we kind of put them side by side, we looked at the newer models. To us personally, there's not much difference. The insides are all the same, apart from one thing which I will talk about. I think it's kind of the shape on the outside, and we really loved the shape. So we thought, why spend more money on something that we feel was kind of the same, when we could just spend less money for now, and when we're ready to, then we will update. The other thing I just want to tell you guys quickly is I have a sick little boy in the back. And we have just been out, and I just thought now is the best time to do this video for you guys, rather than we have to pop out in a minute and pick Jane up from school, and then I'll have all the boys being crazy, and this is just a quiet time for me. So if you hear some snoring, he's got a cold, he's not feeling very well. The door open, this is kind of what it looks like in the front. Kind of like an overview of the vehicle, I guess. The shape of the dash just along there. I like this. I think this is quite a modern feel, rather than the older cars that have kind of just the squarish dash. I do like this. So then if I zoom in for you guys, are we going to focus? We are focusing. Is it going to focus? Yeah. So obviously you have just your speedos, and then these cars have a digital screen here. Over on the side there is a button, and you just push that and it shows you different things. So obviously I have my car door open at the moment, so it's saying that. Those are how many Ks it's done. If you push this button, it shows you just different things. I'm a woman, I don't quite know what they all mean. But, you know, the car's not on at the moment, but it will come up telling you if I just turn the vehicle on. It's going to beep because I've got the door open and my seatbelt's not on. But yeah, so now I have my petrol gauge. If I shut my door, there we go, door shut. So that says how much petrol I've got to the next petrol station. So I've got 90 k's left in this tank, and I'm in park and all that kind of thing. How many, my average speed and all that kind of stuff. There's a menu there, and yeah, just all different things. When you're driving, that screen can show you different things like the temperature gauge and all that type of stuff. So that is all digital. I turn the vehicle off now. Oh, goodbye. How cute. So if I zoom out, then on the steering wheel we have these. So on now, this is I'm in New Zealand, guys, so this is a New Zealand one, but on your right hand side you have your indicators and your lights, kind of like a normal car, I guess. Most cars, indicators and lights. On this side you have your windscreen wipers for the front, and then there's also one on the back. Then also this car is Tiptronic. So when you look down here, you can drive it automatically, really, and you've got all your gears here, and then the bottom one is Drive Sport, which kind of just kicks it down one more gear, which I use just for when I'm passing or going up hills, and then you just put it back into drive. Whereas Jono likes to use these pedals. So because it is Tiptronic, you can change the gears like a manual. So this is going up and turn it off, and then this is changing down. So when you are driving, you can just hold it and then just click those forward and it will change your gears. So you can drive it manual or automatic. So then on the steering wheel, you've got your horn, and then you can control the stereo with these. So this is the volume. This is changing tracks on your CDs, and then the mode to put your stereo on, CDs, the radio station, that type of stuff. On the driver's door, you just have obviously all 4 windows. I can control those with a lock, and then this is to adjust your rear view mirrors. Now the other thing about these mirrors is when you put it into reverse, these will automatically change, so then they're a little bit different for you. Reversing, you've got above a different view. Then when you put it in drive again or park or whatever, they will come back to how you've adjusted them, which is really neat. Then you've got your speakers. These cars come with really cool stereo systems, which I'll show you in a second. And most of the cars that we looked at in this model had the same stereo systems. So you'll probably find that you've got the same brand and everything if you purchase one of these vehicles. Obviously you have your air vents. You have a cup holder here. This car has so many cup holders. So you have a cup holder here, and then down here like a little coin slot. And then down here, there's another cup holder here, more for a drink bottle. It does come out on a bit of a lean, so you wouldn't want to put your coffee or anything in there. This is the middle of the vehicle, the middle of the dash. It's your stereo system. Now, the newer models will have, however, a big screen here, and it's all digital, and that's because they have reverse cameras. Our one, the 2005, does not have a reverse camera. So first of all, up here, we just have another compartment to put stuff in, and our rear vision mirror, you know, that's just a normal rear vision mirror. So you come down here, and if I was to turn the vehicle back on again, there we go, it's just an LED screen there. When you've got your lights on, everything will light up the orange color that you're seeing. So all this lights up orange, all this lights up orange, and all these screens light up orange. It's quite a pretty color. So you have your CDs, and then a mini disc, which we obviously probably won't use, your air vents on the sides, and then just your normal buttons for changing your CDs. It's a 6 CD stacker. And then you've just got your volumes and all that kind of stuff, and also can be controlled here, like I said. So then you come in here, you got your hazard lights, and then here these are your temperature controls. So this is just where you want the air blowing, and they just turn, so you just select what you want. And then if you want the front mirror, that pushes in the front window screen, I mean. This is your air conditioning and how much you want blowing, and then you just push that in for air conditioning, and then this is the temperature. So you just choose what temperature you want. Then there's just a bit of a storage thing here. What is that? We've already got some rubbish in here. And what do you call these? It's like the cigarette thing that we obviously won't use, but you can also buy car chargers that will go in there. And then I have showed you this, so this is just the gears. You can change it from 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and then just lock it. So we just use it as a 2-wheel drive for now. Like I said, we've only just got it. Cup holders. We have realised that I can't put my drink bottles or anything in these. They don't fit, but that's alright. Coffees and that will fit in there perfectly. And then the middle one, obviously you lift that up. And then this one on the top also lifts up as well. So there's like 2 there. I'm sorry, the lighting's not that great. And in here, which is cool, we haven't quite sussed all of this out. Sorry, it is really dark. But there are power outlets. So here you can plug in another car charger for your phones. And then in here is like an outlet. But we do think that's a Japanese thing for charging phones and that as well. Then over here, one of the best things I think about these, obviously this is all airbags. If you have got your air conditioning going, or you've got hot air going, but I think the air conditioning has to be on, this compartment here lifts up, and there is a control here. Now you can control it how much air comes out of there. So if you've got cold air, you can put colds in here. It will blow in there and keep them cold, or you can have hot air blowing into here if you've got food or something that you want to keep hot. So that's a cool little, I thought that was just a cool little compartment just to keep things cold or hot. And then you have your normal glove box here that we've got a few things in, and then just another cup holder. All that side's pretty much the same. Now, the one thing about this car is it's got this key system right here. So this is a key that's got a chip that I can use, and it's all automatic lock, unlock, but it's also got the key in here. Here it is, that you can't take out. So I just take this with me. If I've got this with me inside the vehicle, I can turn the car on and off. If I don't have this with me, if I left this inside, the car is not going to turn on. But you never have to take this key out or anything. However, there is a key here, somewhere here, that slides out that you can put into here if this breaks. It's kind of a very technological, but I just use the lock and unlock. But if you walk up to the car with this, it will automatically unlock and lock. It's such a, if you buy one of these cars, you just have to spend time getting to know how it all works. So that is the front of the vehicle. Up here, you've just got your lights. These click on and off, and then you've got a sunglasses one here, and then mirrors for your cards and stuff. There's a mirror there. So looking into the back of the vehicle, obviously you can see my children are asleep, but it's pretty basic in the back. On the doors, obviously we've just got some more cup holders and the windows, and then these seats all slide forward, so there is a thing here that you can pull up, and these will all flip forward, so people could get in and out. Obviously with car seats in here, you have to take the car seats out for that to happen. And then down here, down on the bottom of the seats, there are levers to make the actual seat go back and forwards as well. So it's pretty basic, and I have sleeping children. All the belts are shoulder belts, even the middle one, and this is something we really wanted. The middle belt is a shoulder belt, it's not a lap belt. So that's cool. Light up there. And there is a lot of boot space. So I've got my pram in here. However, you do have two seats that fold out of the ground. Now I'm not going to put them up because I actually don't know how to work them, but they do fold up. When they pop up, they have got shoulder belts as well. But when they pop up, you don't have all that much room. However, we can fit our pram just in the back, but not too much more room. So these are them here, kind of folded in there. So it is a 7-seater vehicle, which we wanted just for when we need it. Then on the sides, they have this big speaker, which is cool. They give out great sound, and like I said, I think most of the Mitsubishi Outlanders do have them that we saw. They then have little switches here. My lighting isn't great, guys, but there is a switch on the side. You pull that, these back seats will automatically flip forward if they can. Then I think there's just a cup holder here, so when people are seen in the back in these seats, these fold-up seats, they can put drinks in there. So that's kind of what the back looks like. And I think there is a light. Yes, there is a light up here that you can also control. This can also come down, which I think is cool. You don't have to try and drag things over it. So when it's all folded up, that's kind of what it looks like. So if I show you the outside of the vehicle without trying to get my rego plate in it, but I love these lights. I think they are so cool, and it's got the light and the aerial. I've got my door open, but if I just, it's a little bit dirty because I have been driving it, but that's kind of just the outside of the vehicle. If I shut the door of the vehicle, and I am trying to keep my rego out of it, but it does have the spotlights, and then this is more of a side look of the car. So that, guys, is the car that we purchased, the Mitsubishi Outlander 2005 model. It is a petrol vehicle as well, it's not diesel. Alright guys, my children have woken up. I should get them inside, get them some lunch, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!